Hola, welcome to Las Recetas de mi Madre. Tonight, everything is about tapas. Tapas are those little appetizers that in Spain we eat in between meals. Actually, in Spain, many times you eat a snack before a meal, but keep in mind, those tapas needs to be small servings, small portions. What you want to do is when you go to a bar, you're in Spain, you order tapas, you try many different things. In fact, one of the best tapa bar that I've been in Spain, it was in Madrid, and where you have toothpicks, and you have everything is on a toothpick. You eat, and you keep the toothpick. You eat, and you keep the toothpick. At the end of the night, the waiter comes and counts the toothpick, and they charge you for that. So keeping that in mind, you can cook, in a big, perol or something like that, and later on serve in a little dishes, So you treat your guests in a little dishes, and that's the best way to eat tapas, the little appetizers from Spain. The first tapa is going to be shrimp. We are going to cook some shrimp with some garlic, some parsley. Very simple. What I want to do is I did already that. I rinse the shrimp, of course, and I clean them up. I remove the vein. To do that, what I did with a very sharp knife, I just cut on the back and remove the little vein so they are nice and clean now, okay? So I have garlic. Garlic, this one I already chopped it, but you don't want to chop it very small. You just cut it like in little pieces like this, because other than that, it would burn. So what I'm just going to do, I have here like about 6 garlic cloves. I'm just going to put them in there. And I have like a couple tablespoons of chopped parsley, okay? And I'm just going to put it all together for that, okay? And I'm going to get olive oil, and I'm going to put like 3 tablespoons of olive oil, okay? And I'll mix it all together like there. Perfect, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to mix it well and then put it in the fridge for a couple hours. And I'm going to mix it well to get all that flavor of the garlic with the shrimp. And I don't want to put the salt right now. I will put the salt later when I'm going to cook it, okay? Very well, I'm going to put a little bit of plastic wrap over. And I'm going to put it in the fridge for a couple hours. Next thing is going to be the clams. We're going to have some wonderful Manila clams. I hear a pound of them, and it's going to be garlic. I have 6 garlic cloves chopped here. I have 3 tablespoons of parsley, finely chopped as well, and I have 2 stripes of bacon. Of course, you can skip the bacon, but if you eat bacon, this is wonderful in this dish. I have here also half a cup of dry white wine. It's going to be kind of a dry dish, and what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to turn the heat on, and I'm just going to put the bacon in it, okay? See, it's in small pieces, but not too small, you don't want to get it, burn, And I'm just going to let it cook. Okay, now that the bacon is thoroughly cooked, I'm just going to remove it from the pan, put it in a piece of paper. Of course, if you don't use the bacon, now you can put a little bit or butter instead, or olive oil works too. Any kind of oil to fry a little bit the garlic. That is what it goes next. So I want to give it a little stir, to saute it a little bit, to fry it a little bit, but not too much because I don't want to burn it, okay? So, the smell of this is just wonderful right now. So what I'm going to do with the clams, I'm going to give them another quick rinse. And I'm just going to put it right there. Here's a little bit. lower the heat a little bit. You don't want to burn the garlic. And I'm going to wait just a couple minutes before I put anything else. I'm going to add the parsley. Stir it a little bit. And now that I can see that the clams start opening a little bit, I'm just going to put the wine. And I'm going to cover it with a lid and cook just for a few minutes until they open. And you see that I'm not putting the bacon back. I don't want the bacon back because it would get all soggy and all soft, and I want it crispy. I want to have that bite of crispiness when I eat my clam. So I'm just going to wait until the last minute for it. Just check on them because they open pretty quickly. You see, they're steaming. Very nice. I'm going to just leave them there for a few minutes, like 3-4 minutes. And now that the clams are opening already, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the lid, and I'm going to let it steam for a little bit longer so they remove, a little bit of the liquid. I don't want them too liquidy. You see they're nicely opening now. I'm just going to wait a little bit to see if everything opens. All right, now after a few minutes and all the clams are completely open and the liquid has evaporated a little bit, I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm going to serve them. So what I'm going to do, a small tapa, so I'm getting a clay pot so you will keep the clams nice and hot over there, and I'm just going to get some of them, That would be a nice tapa there. I'm going to get a little bit of the garlic in the sauce. I'm going to put it on top. And now I'm going to get a little bit of the bacon, just a pinch, and I'm going to break it a little bit with my fingers and sprinkle over. You see that? Trying to make it inside the clams. It is fantastic like this. And that's it. You serve it like this. Aproveche.
There are many versions on how tapas came about. In Spanish, tapa means lid, a cover. Many said that way back when, it was usual to put a little piece of bread, ham, or cheese on top of the wine glass to protect its contents from dust and unwanted flying creatures. Others claim tapa to be a translation directly from the French word étape, etapa, stage. In the 16th century, soldiers gathered food and supplies for the next etapa. This used to be a small portion of food that they could easily carry to the battlegrounds. It became a verb, etapa, tapear. My favorite one is that in the 13th century, the Spanish king Alonso X, the Wise One, was suffering from a chronic illness. The prescription of choice was, of course, little sips of wine throughout the day. Small portions of food were offered with the wine to counter, tapar, the effects of the alcohol. Soon enough, it became the law in Castilla for the bartenders to always serve small bites of food with the wine so that their customers wouldn't get too drunk. Nowadays, tapear is a very popular Spanish pastime. Tapa bars are places of gathering and socializing.